watch that. Well, not that one. This one.
Back in the day, Fizz was a hard counter to Zed. You used to pick Fizz into Zed because it was a good matchup for you. So I was laning against Expeke, who was one of the best mid laners in the world at that time. And Expeke picked Zed, and I picked Fizz to counter him. The standard was always max Q and Zed. Start Q, max Q. And this bastard started E. If he levels up E, level 1, he can go and trade me. And it got me low, below 50%, so much that he can proc his passive. After that, I got zoned out and I couldn't fucking play the lane, because what I thought was supposed to be a winning matchup, I got demolished. And I learned something new. I learned that matchups aren't very hard set. There's always a way to kind of lean and do something of your own, something unique. So next time when I played Zed into Fizz, I would get E level 1 and then bully him. Back in the day, Fizz was a hard...
I mean, it's just like... That doesn't necessarily make the matchup winning if you start on Zed. Or even back then, it's just that. Wait, I gotta pick. What am I picking?
What is broken can be
I'm pretty sure this is a Vladimir mid. But it's like, so you can always do things to like mess up your opponent in lane, like throw off their matchup knowledge by doing weird things. I don't think E-Star Zed even back then was made the lane winning. Part of me wants to try this Umbral Glaive build. But... Part of me wants to try Umbral Glaive build. But it's kind of not terrible to go the ball start here. I don't know. What's their jungle? Kane. They don't really have any other AP. We'll try the Umbral Glaive build this game. It's Umbral Glaive with the Gluttonous Greaves and the Endless Hunger. We'll see how it goes. Just need to make sure I don't troll level 1.
Of the past.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Learn from your mistakes.
Minions have spawned.
Kane's generally Raptor start, so that'll probably just spawn him pretty quick.
So long I've wandered.
Pretty sure we don't really trade in this lane until level 2.
What conflict awaits? My spirit is not lost.
It's pretty good for us, to be honest. Yeah, just don't get hit by this. Alright.
How should I proceed?
I just think I should have done that last trade.
Choose your own path.
I think that one wasn't good. Oh my lord. Ugly.
A sword mirrors its owner.
That was really, really ugly mechanics. Haven't put a ribbon game in a hot minute.
Has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Burdens of the past.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Learn from your mistakes. So long I've wandered.
We haven't seen Kane? I saw him once.
My spirit is not lost. What conflict awaits?
Damage. Only saving grace so that we can trade again very soon.
Choose your own path.
Nice.
For those who were lost.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can shove an extra wave.
How should I proceed?
Thinking Olin Drake. I'm kind of getting
Sword
shoved in right
mirrors
now.
its owner.
I'll have 6. All in. I don't think I'll need to worry about going here.
My hands are stained.
An enemy has been slain.
Unnecessary strife. Learn from your mistakes.
An ally has been slain. Shut down.
The time for talk is over.
Oh, his flash is gonna be up first, so I have to respect.
Burdens of the
Kinda
past.
sucks. He's just gonna heal him. I think his base.
My spirit is not
Unfortunate.
lost.
I didn't quite get distance on him.
What conflict awaits? Choose your own path.
An enemy has been slain.
How should I proceed?
Dead? Damn. I guess I have to respect him more. His ult's way lower CD than mine. Not way lower, actually. He cast this a little bit first last time.
A sword merits its owner.
Ally has been slain. Double kill.
Didn't know.
Enemy has been slain.
I was actually lose my ult since I just like barely didn't want top the guy so Swain gets the kill. I sacked time in the lane when I was already
Learn
behind.
from your mistakes.
Want me to
An
hit
ally
that?
has been slain.
Burdens of the past. So much death.
I'm dead. Wow. Oh, he kinda just one-shots me now. He gets your two boots too. I'm just too slow and I don't have enough CDs. I whiffed my early game too hard.
My spirit is not lost.
Enemy rampage.
Ping him all you want. Nobody's on that side of the map.
So long I've wandered. Cannot go unpunished.
Really? I actually came back to lane with more gold than he had. And he just beats me. Did I even get ulted? I didn't even get ulted. He had no ult. And no, Really? That doesn't sound right. It's only one level difference, but I had way more gold spent in the shop than he did. Maybe I guess the Dark Seal. Well, that really sucks.
What conflict
I thought there was literally
awaits?
no way he could win.
It must come to pass.
Killing spree.
How should I proceed?
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Choose your own
An
path.
enemy has been slain.
I guess I just have to chill and not int for a while. Really, really sad, to be honest, that that second play didn't work out.
My hands are stained. sword mirrors its own.
We're gonna defend this.
Burdens of the past. My spirit is not lost. There is no other way.
Damn. He completes gets out, he has his whole team covering him. What? The wolves top my base, really? I don't know what we're doing here. We are literally in a 2v4 at best.
Enemy rampage.
So long I've wandered.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Learn from your mistakes. To serve the greater good.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Violence to end violence.
Two plates there. I don't know where this Vladimir went. There it
How
is.
should I proceed?
Shut down.
Nice.
Shut
Choose
down.
your own path. My hands are steady.
Craven still exists, but one problem at a time.
A sword mirrors its owner.
Your turret has been destroyed.
That's annoying that that procs my Umbral Glaive. The blue ward that I can see
Conflict
anyways.
awaits. Burdens of the past. So long I've wandered.
Ally has been slain. Double kill.
Learn from your mistakes. How should I proceed?
thing. Oh, just sitting here for fun. They just want to be completely homeless on the map.
Choose your own path.
Probably get that flash for the straight.
They've crossed the line. My hand
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Please do not drive it into the second tower. Oh my lord, that was
spirit
worse.
is not lost.
Oh my, I guess.
Time to spread my wings.
Is what I want to see.
Well, that turned into complete fiesta. I don't know, I tried to double crash.
What conflict awaits?
Oh, ult. What a-
Ally has been slain.
It's dead. Choked.
Shut down. Double kill.
Unnecessary strike.
Nice, big wave. I thought it was my cannon. I did not have a cannon. Picks up, however, endless hunger.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
That's
Ally
good.
has been slain.
Kind of overextending on our win here.
An enemy has been slain.
It must come to pass.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh, sorry.
Letters of the past.
I don't think I'm gonna have to fight Kane here. Well, let's see what he thinks. I'm pretty sure it's not really a good fight for him. I could take a one thing though.
So
yeah.
long I've wandered.
An ally has been slain.
Learn from your mistakes.
Army looks this. Heck yeah, let's do it. But we don't have the full support.
Choose your own path. There is no other way.
An ally has been slain.
I don't really understand. Everybody was out. Like I lost my flash, which wasn't cool. For any gaze, didn't turn into
My
anything.
spirit
But
is not lost.
other than that, I don't think anyone had to die. Probably just on this, right?
What conflict awaits?
There's probably just a whole controller, bro.
The sword mirrors its owner.
Oh, it's totally possible we're not gonna be in the mood
How
for this
should I
trade.
proceed? Burdens of the past.
Oh, that's good.
Learn from your mistakes.
Ow.
It's time for
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, he like 2 shots at me?
3.
Wow. What a player. Oh, the cage just one tap me. What the frick? That guy's fed. Fortunately, I couldn't hit the jacks there. I can't heal.
Has been slain.
I don't think Shyvana can move this. What great. It'd be really nice if she went into a dragon. I don't know. End this. End the whole game. Please, Vladimir. Don't kill my whole team.
Ally has been slain.
Vladimir just ended all their careers.
So long I've wandered.
Well, I got the dragon and I got a kill. I'll take it. Oh, I actually thought that killed. I got those EDPS built up. Oh, the fear didn't hit.
My spirit is not lost.
How might this dance now? Should be a pretty meaningful spike for me.
What conflict awaits? A sword mirrors its owner.
I like to be level 16 soon.
How should I proceed? A broken blade is more than enough for the likes of you.
Sick. A broken blade. A broken blade.
Burdens of the past.
This bush is just screaming. There's a Jax inside of it, to be honest.
Learn from your mistakes.
Damn, I got Bluetooth. The Jin. Controlled it. I was a little bit early, and then I late flashed. And then Jin walked up. I just got one tap. Not long term.
An ally has been slain.
My hands are stained.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
How long have wandered?
Going somewhere.
My spirit is not lost. Choose your own path.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Our conflict awaits.
Technically, we can give an X strike. I don't think it's the worst give.
To serve the greater good.
Keep having Baron for Dragon, though. Which is a real problem. Part of that's my fault, though. And the way I'm playing the side lane.
A sword mirrors its owner. How should I proceed?
This Jax is so strong. I need a hit, I need a hit, I need a hit, I need a hit! It lasted a while there because I was able to feed off my death stance and my life steal. But naturally, I'm gonna win an all-out brawl, I guess I can. It's kind of my bad, really.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah.
A summoner has disconnected.
Yeah, Jin kind of went that I don't feel like doing any damage build too. Din's a really nice champion for Hex Optics too, because he's always wants max range autos, and there's not a terrible chance that he gets like a proc of Hex Optics before he actually has to start auto attacking. Sign out real quick and go to my other account. Ranked reset soon. Let's not demote right before the season ends. Swap accounts real quick. Maybe play some chiller games. Why mage spot? Wonder. Could be an interesting video to watch. Let's do. I'm gonna react to this, and then I will go to play a game on the other account. And then there's this other thing that I'll react to as well. This one is Crowny about G2 versus Lion. Now, look, in my opinion, I really thought that should have been a Lion win. Like, that Lion winning is the correct prediction, in my opinion, there. But we'll see what Crowny says. Actually, let me pull something up, actually. Just in case.
I told you yesterday I'm gonna bet on Lion to win, what? Why do I need to prove it?
Based Crowny.
I literally said yesterday
Hold on, let me move my dude.
I'm betting on Lion at 4.3 odds, because it's the freest bet ever. Because they're not 4 times worse. Complete cope, by the way. Completely cope. Berserker never lost to Hans. Inspired 3-0 them last year. Best player in the West, literally. Top lane, they know his counter picks. It was just depending on draft. And game 1, I bet on their draft because they win early game. I don't know. People are just coping.
True.
If LR was at the tournament, we would have beaten Lion. It's fine. Like, Lion could have beaten BLG, by the way. At least a game. My region sucks. What do you mean, my region?
Yeah, I think they could have taken a game too.
I have no
there was
region.
one game. Was there one game they were in a favorite position in? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see if he says. I have a finishing
You're
point.
European? Nope. Europe turned its back on me in LEC. I don't give a shit about LEC. I think it's rap.
True, Crown. Actually, it's so messed up what they did to Crowny. This guy was literally one of the best AD carries in his region when he was on BDS. There was like a split or two where I think he was clearly a top 1 AD carry in the region, and then they just replace him. And not only do they replace him, he just doesn't have a team the next year. Like, what? Insane.
I cheer for Labro and that's it. Because he's my ex-teammate. I don't give a shit about anyone.
Brownie, you're a little freak.
Okay, my other thing about the Lion vs. G2, I was watching, so I didn't watch really
Sometimes
closely.
I just want what
I didn't watch the LEC really closely, right? But some of the things that I did see is there was a lot of G2 games where they or their opponents would throw massive leads in the game. I think I even wrote, I even solved the notepad from it. So it's like in G2 MKOI Game 5, MKOI throw 8k gold lead into game loss. In G2 KC Game 1, I think this is their first series, they throw G2 throws 6k, and KC ends up getting an 8k gold, a 14k gold lead, or gold swing that game, and G2 end up with Salt and they lose the game. And then in that same series, Game 3, KC throw another 5k gold into G2. Which is complete insanity. It's like, of course, like G2 isn't on the same level as Lion, where it's like the biggest throw in any Lion game was Team Liquid throwing a 3k gold lead. But they're not reliant on their opponent blundering the entire game in order to win. Like, I'm sorry, it is what it is. I'm exaggerating. Like, you don't need their opponent to blunder the entire game, but there are some really big games that they did, like, just win because their opponent blundered them. And Lion just did not need that in NA. In fact, no team in NA is really that big throwers. Even C9, it's not like they're throwers. Like, when they have a lead, they're pretty good, to be honest. But, like, they just, like, completely collapse in early and mid games a lot of the time. But I don't know. I'm the only one. I'm the only one who had the Lion take. Well, apparently not. Apparently Crowny is based. Ooh, let's put my guy back on the right side. Up. Let's get like a little bit more over too. Yin. And make Jin's brother Jang. I think it's Farley. I'm about to play. I want to go Silas this game. Silas up. Where's the Silas champ? There it is.
No more cages.
So I don't know if any of y'all have like read Silas's Q, but the numbers on that ability are completely insane. I'll show you guys in game, but it's like when you put points in this ability, you actually just do ultimate level damage, honestly, on the ability between both parts. It's like it's 40% AP scaling on the first part, and then 80% AP scaling on the second part. So for a total 120% of your AP and damage, right? If you hit both parts. But then on top of that, when you put points in that Q at max ranks, it's like 280 damage base. What? I mean, even at 3, I think it's almost 200 damage. At rank 3, it's just insane. Plus 120% AP scaling. It's like, no wonder people are finding success on one-shot build Silas. It's like, if you have even like 1 or 2 good ults in the game to use, which I obviously do. I have Seraphine. Excuse me, I've got Ari. I have tons of good ults. Like, of course you're going to one-shot people. Like, actually, that Q ability is ridiculous. Ridiculous, I tell you. I saw LS put in his tier list that Silas was like a Z tier bot lane counter into mages, and I believe it. I bet if you just like put points in that queue, have a proper support that you can just like guarantee to land that ability on, that yeah, like honestly, I bet you could just like perma one shot an enemy bot lane, dive them and all this type of stuff.
Rebellion starts now.
Plus, I think one of the things that's fun about the bot lane role quest is it made like taking alternate champions in bot lane just like really cool because you can experiment around with having extra gold on champions.
I used to be locked up, but
Similarly with top lane, there are top lane champions, or there are champions in the game that, you know, get a lot of value off putting extra levels in. I think that's another thing with Silas, is he's very good with gold, he's very good with levels. So even if you find like a good top lane game from him, having accelerated levels on Silas, when you just read what you get when you put points to his abilities, is just completely ridiculous.
chains build revolutions, one link at a time. The Messiah have suffered much to get in my way.
I even got my good trade. Well, that's a shame. That was gonna be fun. Well, damn. Okay, well. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do this video then. I don't know if I'm gonna have a ton of thoughts on this. I do think people are like over complaining about mage bots a little bit. But we'll see how this goes.
The 2026 Mid-Season Invitational is here, and if you've watched more than 2 or 3 matches, you've probably noticed some of the best plays in the tournament so far are being done by support players. Although they're not often playing support champions, they're often playing champions designed for other roles entirely. We're seeing Camille support, Shen support, Pantheon and Elise, and even the AD carries aren't being spared from this madness since they're all playing mages now as well. We even saw Zap Zap make an appearance in one game. So why is the bot lane meta and pro play so crazy
really
right
cool.
now? Well, it's due to
Viper's actually my goat, man. He can play every champion. He's so good at AD carries. I think it's actually one of the funniest things about this tournament to me is all the people complaining about Viper and Pays being on mage bot lanes. They'll be like, "Oh, this player's so good. Why are you putting him on a mage instead of a marksman?" But I'm like, they're actually the problems in those games literally have nothing to do with these players being on marksman. It's like it's the members of their team surrounding them because these players are so good at just everything that they play.
pro players knowing how to abuse hidden game mechanics you could only ever know about if you just spent hours searching through the lore wiki page like I did. Experience catch-up mechanics, changes to minion pushing speeds, home guards, the new role quest, and the specific synergies role quest and solo XP have with certain champion archetypes. Let's break down all of the reasons for why the bot lane meta and pro.
Okay, so one of the things that he just showed on screen, right, is he showed Rabadons as he was talking about certain role quests having synergies with certain archetypes. What he's talking about right there is the fact that since the bot lane role quest allows you to get an extra item, and not only allows you to get an extra whole item, but it also lets you get more items faster. For mages, when you have a Rabadons, you're not only allowed to get more total AP than you do in some of the other roles, you also can get more, you also get AP more quickly. So when you have your Rabadons, the fact that it scales your AP, obviously by 30%, you're getting more value out of that passive, and you're getting value out of that passive much quicker than you are in other roles because you're just buying more AP faster.
Play is so strange right now.
My name's Rogue and I played League of Legends professionally for 7 years. Now I'm a full-time content creator and coach for all ranks, Iron through to Challenger. So if you want more information of what a coaching session with me will look like, you can find more information by following the link in the video description below.
So why are pro teams playing these bot lanes like Mel Camille or Zig Shen? Well, in order to figure that out, we have to remember why we don't play mages bot lane normally. Bot lane is a duo lane, which means champions have to share XP, and thus champions in bot lane generally end up being about 2 to 3 levels lower than the solo laners of mid and top who get solo XP.
Yeah, so generally the breakdown by role of like what resource each one gives and what champions are allowed to go in what role is like, you know, top lane you get the most XP and you get a good chunk of gold. Mid lane you get sort of the moderate amount of both. If you're the AD carry, you get low levels, but you get a lot of gold. By the way, in pro play, it's not even entirely true that you don't get very many levels because they're very good at getting extra resources onto the AD carry. So it's not like these mid lane champions are actually even missing that many levels by the mid to late game versus mid game on pro games than they are in solo queue, just by the by. And then in support and jungle, it's like the better you can function on economy in terms of both levels and gold, the better off you are. But in jungle, it's like you're allowed to play something that can scale off gold and XP because technically you could play a more resource-intensive playstyle. Just kind of depends on your comp. You don't want to like be farming the whole game, obviously, and then your team is left out to dry. You all know.
This is generally going to be bad for mages, since through a level up you of course get to put a point in an ability, making it more powerful. And for mages who play almost exclusively through ability usage, they'd therefore prefer to be in a solo lane where they can max those spells and unlock more powerful ultimates more quickly by receiving the solo XP. We can tell this is true because historically any time Riot made an ADC champion scale well through XP or through ability usage, they accidentally turned the ADC into a mid laner. Corki Mid, for example, terrorized mid laners with his 8 rocket ultimate until it was nerfed and he became a bot laner again. And just
Okay, well, so Corki with the 8 rockets was designed to work in mid lane. That's like the whole reason he had the package and he had the AP option builds and things like this. So a little bit of a misconception to say that this champion was an AD carry that ended up dominating mid lane because of his 8 rocket ultimate. Because it's not entirely true. He was a mid laner when he had that champ design, and then Freak gave him back, or switched him to 4 rocket and tried to swap him back into being a bot laner. So that's not a completely accurate assessment.
Zana Mid became popular for a while because her passive gives permanent attack range given through level ups, which you would get more quickly in mid lane compared to bot lane.
Well, and she's just, obviously she just waves clear super well. She has one of the best movement abilities in the whole game. Like, her W is super long range, goes over terrain, resets, and is bufferable, so she's like super safe. Plus she has Buster Shot. She just has all the qualities that you want in a good laner. And her trading pattern was pretty degenerate too. It's very good into mages.
Sharing XP. Therefore, historically, mages played solo lanes to get faster level ups and get more powerful spells, while ADC played in a duo lane since they didn't care too much about sharing XP and they just needed to get gold. But things have changed now. As you'll soon see, supports do a lot less laning now. Base stats are a huge thing to consider, and role quests have changed things a lot. If you read what the bot lane role quest actually does, it amplifies the gold you gain from kills on champions and minions, and in addition it unlocks a final item slot for you. And this matters for mages because of one special item that ADCs don't have access to. Death Cap. Death Cap amplifies your ability power by an additional 30.
This is like true and not true. Obviously, Rabadon's does, increase how good it is to have multiple items, but it's not like if they weren't building Death Cap that it still wouldn't be extremely good to be having accelerated gold and have an extra item slot. It's just like, I don't think this is a huge part of the argument, but it's true. It's true. It's very good.
30%, making it an absolutely huge power spike to hit once you've built up a big foundation of ability power through building other items.
But it's like, Rabadon's at 3 items is still just as strong. Well, it's actually technically weaker at 3 items than it is in mid lane. Because mid lane role quest gives you, not only are you going to have your upgraded boots potentially for more offensive power, but also you'll have the 8% bonus AP, which you don't have in bot lane. So it's actually like at the same number of items is weaker than mid lane Rabadon's until your 7th item. But you build AP and you get to Rabadon's much quicker. So there's a very distinct difference there. It's not literally more powerful until your 7th item. If you're same goal, but you get it faster and you build AP faster.
Items that you can now complete more quickly through the new bot lane role quest that amplifies gold you receive. And in addition to this, you get an additional item slot through the quest, which means that you can buy another AP item, whose AP is being amplified yet again by another 30% due to Death Cap's passive. Meaning mages in bot lane hit an absolutely insane late game power spike due to Death Cap scaling passive, the likes of which many 7-item ADCs can't even compete with themselves. But that's not...
The biggest benefit of a 7th item AD carry is not actually the amount of damage you can build. Most AD carries, like for crit AD carries, usually once you have your crit items, those are your damage items. Maybe you built a lethality item, that's 5, right? So you're not building an extra damage item usually past that. What you usually get out of having the 7th item is an extra defensive item. That means you can have your BT plus your GA, or you can have a scimitar plus your GA, and you don't have to sacrifice one type of defenses for another. Similarly, on hit, AD carries actually tend to hit their max damage spike even sooner. Like champions like Vayne and Kog'Maw and Varus pretty much max out their DPS in 3 or 4 items. Not max it out, but it's like at that point you're good enough, and then you start building defensively after that. Which gives you more room for defensive items. Your benefit is not the, damage that you get from having a full 7-item AD carry build.
the only reason that ADCs can't compare with these mages, because we haven't even looked at base stats. Using Caitlyn as an example, she starts the game with roughly the same amount of armor and magic resist. Through level ups, these stats increase, but notably, armor increases much more quickly than magic resist does, with her gaining on average 4.6 armor per level, but only 1.4 magic resist per level, meaning her armor growth per level is over 3 times higher than her magic resist growth is, and this is the case for all champions. So
Whoa.
What's
that? I just built a budgeting app in base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
So if a mage plays against an ADC bot lane, after they both laned against each other for a little while and had started to gain armor and magic resist through level ups, the ADC player is going to start taking far more damage from the mage player who does magic damage compared to the damage that the mage player will receive.
Well, he didn't do the armor growth for a mage. I know certain mages like Ziggs have had their armor growth nerfed over time, and he didn't show a mage armor growth to compare it to. So, I mean, he showed us the Caitlyn one. I wish he'd showed us a mage one as well, to at least, like, even a 1-to-1, like, one mage champion versus 180 carry champion. It's not necessarily true. So I guess we're just kind of, like, taking his word for it that, you know, the armor growth is just significantly better for mages than the MR growth is for 80 carries. I mean, I'd believe him, honestly, but, you know, he doesn't
from the
provide
ADC
evidence.
player in the form of physical damage. So mages are absolutely insane with the bot lane role quest, as it lets them hit their death cap spike faster and hit a massive power spike at 7 items using death cap that's bigger than what ADCs can get. The only problem is that since bot lane is a duo lane, they have to share XP with the support, meaning they can't max their spells as quickly, and they don't get to benefit from that high armor growth as much, which keeps things in check. That's when pro players ask though, what if they don't have to lane with a support? Here's a time lapse from one of the Team 1 vs Team Liquid games showing what bot lane looks like.
There's a difference in what values you can get out of mage versus support bot lanes. This is for sure true. Sorry, mage bot lanes in pro play versus solo queue. This is for sure true. But I think most people would tend to say that mage bots are also very strong in solo queue. And I think it's for a slightly different reason. You know, in pro play, they get to do these really coordinated movements where they plan specifically when they're going to leave and provide extra resources to their bot laner. In solo queue, I think it's a little bit different. It's just that these mages can wave clear very safely, and their laning sort of provides them a way to exist more freely alone in the bot lane than traditional AD carries do. I mean, most champions, except with the exceptions of like Ezreal or something like this, have struggled to exist alone in lanes, even sometimes versus 1v1 AD carries. Like a lot of times if you end up alone in lane versus a Kai'Sa, if you make a misstep, then you can just randomly die. Ruler has several really famous solo kills where he just walks under a turret as Xayah and kills the enemy AD carry. But mages don't really have this issue. They can clear waves from very far away. In solo queue, it's like, it keeps things very simple, and it makes it harder not to int, and it gives you a certain amount of agency as a bot lane player that you kind of just don't have when you're playing a marksman, even though I don't actually think scaling-wise that mages are inherently better than marksmen or anything like this. I just think it kind of streamlines the laning a little bit. You don't need as much team resources in order to exist.
Like between the levels of 3 and 6, and what you'll notice is it's literally a solo lane.
Sorry, that was confusing. The overarching point that I was trying to make is he's talking specifically about why this type of thing benefits pro play, but I think there's certain reasons why we also see mages being very good in solo queue right now. I think they've always been pretty viable, and we just happen to be seeing it more right now, and it's gaining popularity. And he's just really zoning in on the pro play part, but they're good in solo queue too.
So what's going on here? Where are both of the supports? Well, let's follow Carrier and Camille and find out what he's doing so we can reverse engineer the whole strategy. He lanes bot lane for about the first 3 levels of the game, then he recalls and runs out of base towards mid. Gets caught, loses half his health, so recalls again, then he invades the enemy raptors with the boys, then he sits in a bush protecting his top laner for like a full minute, then he runs mid and stops Akali's recall, then he sits in a bush and shadows Veigar for another full minute, and then finally 8 minutes into the game, he returns to bot lane and starts laning normally all of a sudden. These timers of level 3 and 8 minutes are very intentional. If you look at what the support role quest actually does, you'll find a hidden debuff you can't see in the game. Gold and experience from minion kills are reduced by 25% out of bot lane until level 3. Supports start by laning bot lane for the first 3 levels since the relative value of minions is much higher in the early levels, so they need to get XP, but also in order to remove this gold and XP penalty from their role quest. Once he gets level 3, Carrier leaves his mage ADC alone and starts roaming for the next few minutes, and then finally returns to bot lane much later for the cannon wave that arrives at 8 minutes, which is yet another intentional move by him. In-game at any time, you can click on a minion to display this window, where you'll see the minion's level.
That's one of my favorite things about Coach Rogue, is he's really, really good when he's talking about timers. He's always so on the money about, like, here's why pros do things at X time. It's because of this, and reason. It's like, oh, you know, I wouldn't know, especially as someone who doesn't really play support, that the reason he's coming back specifically on this timer is for the cannon wave at 8 minutes. Like, that's not something I'd be conscious of.
A minion's level is the average level of the enemy team's champions. Importantly, if you're lower level than a minion that dies near you, you receive bonus XP in the form of comeback bonus, which
Champions who are more than 1 integer level below the slain minion
increases depending on how many levels lower you are. 20% bonus for 1 level, 80% bonus for 2, and a 120 bonus for 3. But there's one more line to this passive that's important to know. This rule only activates after the minions have reached level 6, meaning this comeback bonus isn't in effect in the early game. You first have to wait for the minions to hit level 6 before it kicks in, which happens at roughly 8 minutes. This gives us a timeline to explain why the supports roam like this. From levels 1 to 3, they lane bot lane since the relative value of minions is high, but they also need to get level 3 to remove the buff from their role quests. Then from levels 3 until 8 minutes, they roam like crazy, neglecting XP entirely and leaving their bot laner alone. Then they return at about 8 minutes once they notice the enemy minions have hit level 6, at which point they return to bot lane and in this case receive 80% bonus XP, allowing them to slingshot back up in levels in line with the game's average, meaning all of those early roams they didn't really harm them that much since they had the catch-up bonus. So that kind of explains the off-meta support picks. Elise, Pantheon, and Camille, for example, have crazy early game base damage, so they can get a lot done during these early ganks and invades, much more so compared to a traditional support. This playstyle of supports roaming like crazy until minions hit level 6 isn't new. We actually saw it for the first time becoming a popular strategy at the last World Championship, with it being a strategy I already made an entire video dedicated to. The adaptation of playing champions designed for jungle and top lane in the support role is just a natural progression of the strategy to make the roaming more effective.
Well, okay, so there's a lot of champions built, especially in the jungle role, but also somewhat true in the top lane. Top lane has a lot of tanks, but jungle role is meant to be a fairly low econ role. And then when you look at tank champions as well, they're also pretty much built to, you know, be able to sustain off low economy. You get like your 2-3 like really core tank items, and then you're just done, especially in the jungle. You notice a lot of people are building like these like support items like protoplasm and things like this that still provide your tank spike and are really efficient, and then all of a sudden you're just done jungling now. At least if you're on a tank jungler, right? Tank junglers aren't really the meta. But also, you know, there's just tons of top lane champions that work extremely well with low resources, Shen being one of them.
The new
Shen's a champion that's almost designed to have low resources even while existing in top lane. He has a lot of different modes he can play. You know, the most popular is playing the Titanic Dusk and Dawn build, which is obviously not cheap and does require some amount of resources. But you also have like different types of Shen where you go protoplasm or locket, or you can build some AP items and all these different things that really allow you to maintain a lot of strength in the game while still playing the map much more heavily, playing for your team much more heavily.
We're now seeing for the first time as a result of the introduction of the ADC role quest is that we're seeing a lot more mages bot lane. Most mage champions can generally survive a 2v1 bot lane while their support roams way better when compared to a traditional ADC champion, since they just have more wave clear and more range to farm with spells from in a 2v1, enabling the support to roam more. Whilst the support roaming like this enables the mage bot lane to be more effective as they can receive the full benefit of getting solo XP, something of which is more integral to their champion's archetype, since mages are more...
I just like to point out a small inconsistency about something that he said. He was like, well, one of the reasons MageBots doesn't work is, or wasn't as good, is because they want to get their first 3 abilities as fast as unlocked as fast as possible. But he made a pretty clear point to say that these supports are staying in the lane until level 3. I don't think that means MageBots are like all of a sudden bad. And there's argument about why MageBots exist is like horrendous or anything like that. But I'm just saying that's like it's a bit of an inconsistency about what he said. He made a pretty big point of saying that mages really want to get their abilities, and then showed that support still played the lane for the first few levels anyways. He also mentioned the ultimates and things like that though. It's not like points in your abilities and mages doesn't matter.
More dependent on level up when compared to traditional ADC champions. With the additional added benefit on top of all of this, through getting solo XP they level up faster, which again benefits mages bot lane more since level ups grant over 3 times more armor than they do magic resist. So a mage bot lane getting solo XP will quickly gain far more armor through rapid level growth and will naturally begin to counter the physical damage of a traditional ADC counterpart. And the only real downside to all of this is that your support is now underleveled, but that just entirely gets made up for in the form of catch-up XP once minions get level 6, and your support just comes back into lane and instantly catches up in levels in line with the game average through catch-up XP on minions and champion kills. So if you try to stay bot and 2v1 the enemy mage bot lane, you have to get a lot done, since the enemy support is terrorizing your top mid and jungle, and you've been put on a clock anyway by the mage who's getting solo XP against you. And if you send your support to match the roaming, then you might find that a traditional support champion is simply weaker in level 3 fights when compared to a champion that was literally designed to be a jungler or a solo laner that is just cosplaying as a support. And the whole time this is happening, the bot laners are just handshaking farm in the game's new 3rd solo lane. But the problem still stands. The enemy mage bot lane is getting bigger power spikes than your traditional ADC champion is as a result of the bonus gold and 7th item slot of the bot lane role being used.
It depends on the item. Mages are, I would say that the first item tends to be stronger than most other AD carries first item, and then their second is pretty comparable. Depends. Something like Ezreal, Corki, very, very strong 2 items, but like for the most part, I would say a mage is still stronger around 2 items, and then after those accelerated points, we start needing to talk about context of the game. I don't think after that point ADCs are definitively stronger, but they tend to be more valuable in terms of DPS champions than mages do. But like I said, it really depends on the context of the game, because certain things like ranges or the type of comp that you're playing can really help determine, whether that AD carry or that mage in the bot lane post 3 items is going to be more valuable. And there's also exceptions at 1 item too. Something like a 1 item Kaisa all of a sudden can just like solo kill some mages if they misstep in the bot lane. So you kind of have to be careful. Same with like something like Ezreal or something like that, or Lucian in some cases. So you're not like safe no matter what mage, no matter what matchup you're playing in the bot lane. It's important to keep in mind.
More efficiently and having that eventual huge power spike of a Rabadon's death cap. Not to mention the fact that once a Ziggs ultimate lands on your ADC's head, your ADC has almost no magic resist, since MR growth per level is basically terrible compared to armor growth. So next time you see an MSI champion select where a bot lane pick,
I do think something like Ferris, a little bit underrated into mages. Not only is he a good pick tool, but he's a really good Wits End builder. But I noticed on League Twitter that a lot of people actually don't really like Wits End as an item. But I think it's good on hit champions. So I wonder what's up with it.
Pike Syndra, Camille Mel, or Ziggs Shen, you'll know what they're doing and why. You'll know why the supports are running top lane at level 3, you'll know why they return to get XP at 8 minutes, and you'll know...
I really liked... My favorite part of the section of the video by far was him talking about the timings. It's like, oh, we get level 3, I would just assume, like anyone else, that, oh, well, you get level 3, so you have your ability, so you're more useful when you roam. I would not have been thinking about the support role quest interaction where you... have penalties until you're level 3, and then you leave the lane, and then coming back at the specific 8-minute timer for your catch-up XP. I would not know anything about like that. It just adds to the understanding of why this play is good and how Riot might make changes in order to nerf it or buff it in the future. So I thought that was extremely informative.
Exactly why the 7 item 1000 AP Ziggs ultimate landing directly in your ADC's head does so much goddamn damage.
Well, AD carries are just generally squishy, right? But like I said, I think there's a difference between, there's a big difference between what the mages and the AD carries get out of their 7th item. AD carries tend to be allowed to build more defensive items because they have extra items. Mages get the ability to build more offensive items, generally speaking. And it improved Rabadon's a lot. Also, I'm going to reiterate it one more time, but people forget that mid lane role quest, you have the 8% bonus AP buff. So actually, at 3 items, a mid lane mage is going to be stronger than a bot lane mage. But a bot lane mage is going to hit 3 items sooner. And then at 7 items, is going to outscale the mid lane role quest. Alright. Let's play some games. Hopefully what I'm going to do, maybe I don't know if I'll make them tonight or when I come back Monday, but I'm hoping to farm a few shorts out of the stream. I think I've gotten some good clips so far out of this one. We'll see what happens though. I kind of look sad all the time on my model. Anyways, that was fun. I enjoyed those videos, actually. Epic one was whatever. So probably I'll try to do shorts with the Crowny G2 Lion one. Probably can make at least 2 shorts, but, well, definitely at least 1. I can make at least 1 short, but probably 2 shorts out of it. And then the Mage Bot one, I'll just turn into like a whole React, I think. We ended up getting bottom. I don't look at what the priority roles were. Do I play a mage bot? Now that I've reacted to the mage bot video. Where's Shiko?
The joke's on you!
Arena is not a champion. Let's see. Seraphine Neferi. I've got a Janna. What am I supposed to want to play with a Janna? Like a Smolder or something.
I bring the heat.
I'm not sure what they're gonna pick with the Seraphine. Ashe, I guess that's the obvious one. There's so many things, you know, LS will just like randomly say like, oh, X lane counters, you know, X thing. I think it's thing against Ashe Seraphine. It's like, why don't people pick Jinx Smolder? And I'm like, want to elaborate on that one? like, I don't know why they pick. Why they don't pick Jinx Smolder? Why should they pick Jinx Smolder? I don't understand. I'd wish he'd explain sometimes. Or, I mean, he has explained a lot of things in the past. I feel like he doesn't explain as much these days. Personally. I wonder if anyone knows, does like the Cosmic Insight offset the CD decrease for not being as high of a level on TP? I actually don't know.
My name's Ignacarius Gigantorino Rexley Spex Operentis, but my human friend name is Smolder.
What are people building on Louis Dragon?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Essence Reaver looks like still Essence Cleaver. All the fun stuff.
Everything's mine.
Minions have spawned.
Where are the items? What's my Yana doing? Oh, Yana.
Smolder.
Oh, Yana. Yana, your base is getting stealth. I didn't go with you. I kind of trolled by not going with her. You're supposed to go control the middle bush. But she also trolled by not noticing I wasn't going and then losing all her HP. They're pushing this too fast.
Oh, I'm so hungry I could eat a whole bunch of gromp. Fine. Make it count. Hey, Mom, what are the fire thingies next to my ears called? Oh, okay.
My Janna's under leveled, so I kind of gotta play chill. What damage?
Marino says people think there's no more Imperial dragons. But he
It
never
does
lets
negative
me prove
damage
them
right
wrong.
now. I guess that'll change later.
Hide and seek champion.
Come on. Turn up the lag.
There's so much room to run around.
Oh, just don't miss any CS, man.
Incoming tail.
Is your first blood at Yasuo?
Too fast.
An ally has been slain.
Damn it. You're supposed to hit the cannon, not miss the cannon.
Oh, Cameroar sounds so fun. Can we go now? equal.
Yeah, that really is 0 damage. Should have had my 25 stacks already.
Flame. Do you see anything fun up there? Ooh, I'll find him.
That's guessing the worst, I guess. It's not great. Damn. Well, that was the worst.
Game on. I want one of those. Gotta stay on my slot. Get it!
Hold on.
Oh no! It's a dragon! Run away! Incoming bear!
Nursing? Pretty chill so far. Thank you.
Skies, land, flame. I was born to rule them all.
That's enough fury right there. Oh. Wow.
I was just looking.
Starting to get a headache. Dehydrated, low on sleep, all the above.
Flying is
Who knows?
hard.
I'm not stacking very well.
An enemy has been slain.
Although it's not the greatest stacking lane, I suppose. I don't think so. Maybe I actually do need to see a Blue Wunk stream. Blue Wunk?
Mom!
Blue Wink?
Mom! Hi!
Oh, that was bad.
It's over there. Sit down and listen up.
You just 2Q the back wave? Is that what you do? That seems like technology.
An ally has been slain.
Can't really afford anything of note yet. I don't think I have to TP here. I think I can play for my Essence Reaver.
Hover over me all the time. I can take care of myself.
Butter. Why play Yasuo if scared?
An enemy has been slain.
Does Yasuo seem scared? I don't know, I've been watching the play. I've been full 80 carry brain this game. Not looking at anything. Machine killed that.
Everything's mine to play with.
Really? I'll figure out what kills. I didn't want to stop to use until they backed down.
My nose is all blend.
Nice.
Dominating.
Hey, Mom, what are the fire thingies next
Still
to my
not stacking well though. Still stacking pretty poorly, to be honest.
Okay.
Got our boots still some distance, huh? Swifties apparently. Guess it makes sense in the Ash at least.
An enemy has been slain.
That'll be easier to stack, I bet.
An ally has been slain.
Marino says people
Jana
think
is
there's
playing
no
her
more
own
Imperial
game.
dragons,
But I'm kind of vibing, to
but
be
he
honest.
never lets.
Ash is missing. Probably just base for her item, though. I don't think she based at a good time, but she probably just based for her item. Why'd that reload?
There's so much
I sure didn't go
room to run
down, dude.
around.
I don't think so.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, camera roar sounds so fun. Can we go now?
An ally has been slain.
I smell people. Let's fly.
An enemy has been slain.
Catfish. Double time. Get this.
gotta make it through one more wave. Seraphine wasn't ready. Ooh, the CP might have been a little bit suspect. Hopefully they don't stay in a bush to try and kill me.
Do you see anything thrown up there?
Why no data?
Gotta stay on
Nothing
my
is
guard.
saying there's anything
Mom
wrong
always
with the
said,
stream.
"Rah, rah, 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 rah."
It's really? It's a stack. It's kind of hard to tell with my wing flapping. I think I'm supposed to go Endless Hunger next. We can't get. What are we going to do? This build won't make any sense. I need Shuriken at some point, right?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
At least I didn't end up
Meme
in the
in
tree
my head.
again. Oh no! It's a dragon! Run away!
Can't stack when she hits the wave like that.
Skies, land, flame. I was born to rule them all.
Forgot to get my blue trinket.
Ugh, flying is hard.
This Janna's just constantly pinging.
An enemy has been slain.
Let's just randomly hit the Baron.
Mom! Mom! Hi!
Your turret has been destroyed.
Ooh, what's over there?
This guy just literally doesn't know what he's saying. It's like how he's. It's not like me staying in the pit there is going to increase our DPS on the Baron.
Killing spree.
Imperial Dragon does whatever he feels like doing. I'm sleepy. One time, I sneezed and burnt down a whole forest. No, for real.
Guys, this guy's telling me how to like go into the pit to share the damage. It's just not. It's not what it is.
Ugh, I'm so hungry I could eat a whole bunch of gromp. Fine.
Has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Has destroyed a turret.
Where the fire thing is?
Enemy killing spree.
Oh, okay.
Enemy double kill.
Errands? I
Well, still kind of vibing.
Triple kill. An enemy has been slain. Ace.
Yeah, Janna played it, like, Janna kind of goated it up that fight. And, yeah, so it didn't clean, although Viego getting caught was pretty bad in the first place. To be perfectly honest. What do you even go later items on this champ?
Finally. Marino says people think there's no more Imperial dragons. But he never lets me prove them wrong.
What's happening with my Janna?
There's so much room to run around.
I should get a rapid fire, shouldn't I? Wow, that guy's really in. Nice, good enough. I'm scared he didn't smite that because we did see the Ambassador TP in, but we're all good. I'm not actually even that useful this game. I think I should have gotten a rapid fire sooner, and then I'd be more useful.
Can we go now?
Is my stream actually disconnecting? Or is it just my preview is going haywire? So I'm not getting any notifications from OBS or from YouTube that the stream's going down. This is about to get hairy.
Gotta stay on my clock.
Shut down. Enemy double kill.
interesting.
Look at all the stuff in things.
He is bot. I'm bot.
Oh no! It's a dragon!
Enemy rampage.
Did not want to see us lose side too. She's not particularly low, actually, either. I wonder what happened. Well, is this the Garen build? This doesn't seem like the Garen build. Serpent Swing's probably fine. The Cyclist Sword
Skies,
kind of strikes me as
land,
weird.
Flame? I was born to rule them all. Flying is hard. The mom should have taught him not to pick fights they can't win.
I'm on my way. I would kill that first, man.
Mom! 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 Hi!
I'm gonna lean towards getting a rapid fire next instead of like a DA or something. I think the range is too good here. I don't know if I'll end up getting an AE last there. I feel like
Ooh, what's over there?
An ally has been slain.
not even Johnny can save me in that situation. I wonder if they can even pop off for Sun and Bessa. Definitely not for school. Nice. Waited to Ash for too long. Needed to not be Ash sooner.
Your sacrifice is part of a great.
Loki, I feel like I don't do enough damage. Garen cannot take the Mbessa. He lost the side lane like really hard. Maybe I will go in IE last just so I can feel like I do more damage. I feel like we should have plenty of damage on the team. I don't know. Maybe we're just too cooked. Maybe our target selection's bad. Gotta figure something out.
Isn't it so funny that the whole time you were looking for me on those pretty islands, I was on another pretty island?
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Nice.
Oh yeah! Did you see that, Mom? I smoked them!
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed. team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. An ally has been slain.
Smoldering.
Destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Has been slain. Ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Aced.
GG. Just chilled and scaled.
Victory.
Oh, that felt like a long game. I don't know how long the game actually was, though. I wonder if my internet actually is being shaky and I'm just not catching it while I'm looking. Am I doing anything else tonight? It's already pretty late. I'm starting to feel it in my wrists. Yeah, I think if I end up doing anything more tonight, it'll probably be shorts or something. GG's. Have a good